Okay, I want to get to the point of this episode 7 of Hentai. Are you willing to fall in love with a pervert as long as she's a cutie? That's right. Today's Monday, episode 7, and we kick things off of a morning full of fan service and a whole lot of confession and heartbroken moments in this one. It was literally less comedy, but it was only focusing on the structure of Ootori, between the shipping between Ootori, the third grader rabbit hoodie girl who pretend to be a little girl, and then you got Shouma, who is a lolicon. Now, again, I'm not gonna push out the lolicon. Let me just get this out the way. But still, the main Hensuki Shaky, he's the main character. He's not a pervert. He's one of those guys who wants to be the Cupid that will put the shipping between Shouma and Ootori together. He wants to make sure everything goes right. And I like how the opening of how Ootori is, how she fell in love with Shouma ever since Shouma gave her the hat, and she just had a crush on her so much that she became a slightly stalker. A full yandere, just stalking him around, just taking photos. That's true blood yandere now. And she was a shy girl, I get it. A shy yandere. So her plan was to go on a double date. Ootori and Shouma and Kaneki and some other girl. And I like how he did this process of elimination based on pervertedness. Like, okay, let me see. Koga? No, because Ootori get jealous. Nanjo? Nope, the shipping, I want those two guys to be together. Nope. Oh, the smell fetish. The Rem look alike. No. So he did. I like when he did this process of elimination of perverts and using stick puppets like you see in elementary schools, like they have little puppet shows, all that stuff. He did this process of elimination based off of perverts, and then he had to pick. Okay, how about I guess I have no other choice. But I might as well pick my perverted first girlfriend with the big-breasted girl, Sayuki, and they went bowling. Now, Ootori, that little third-year girl could bowl. I mean, literally, she can bowl like, damn, she is freaking good. And Sayuki, playing this little penalty game, she suck at it. Like, she really sucks. And what's funny about this, and I'm going to put this with the manga, because they took a lot of stuff out of this that they didn't put into this. And it was like covering like chapter 19. I think it was chapter 19, they kind of messed it up. So anyway, sorry about this. I'm a little scatterbrained about it. Sorry. So anyway, as they show all the fan service in the manga with her boobs moving and she trying to bowl, and he's all staring at it. With her bowling sucks so bad that she got like a lot of gutters, and everybody else is playing like average bowlers. They were doing good, but Ootori is just like went strike after strike after strike, went from Turkey, all that stuff. She might win a perfect game. Now after she won the whole entire game, the bet was like make the third place, which is Shouma. Shouma say something, for one day, and so she won, and then she's like, okay, for now can I say Shouma-kun? And that triggered Shouma so bad. It triggered like, oh my heart, I'm so frightened. That's how he felt. That. So anytime she said Shouma-kun, she's just like, he gets like. And speaking of that, I like how creative she was. Like, take a camera with the bag and just films it on the side and just watch. Like, she's recording every moment that he has. Now, every anime show, when it comes to harem or anything like that, there's always confessions. Ootori did confess in this, stating that, I'm wearing pink panties because it's gonna be person with the one you love. And I'm like, wait a minute. So you're telling me when when a girl confesses to boy, the girl has to wear pink panties. Has that ever happened in every anime? I'm trying to think. Has that ever happened? I don't think so. I'm trying to remember, but I can't remember that. So the moment has come. she was gonna to confess to him so much. She was gonna confess to him about herself. One, she's short, but she's a third year, and she confessed that she really, really loves him. And just when she did it in style, taking off her jacket and showing off the ribbon at the symbol of her third year, she really showed it. But then Soma, on the other hand, had different reasons. He said, I have a lolicon, so I can't date you. And that broke the shipping so much that it made Ootori cry. And I felt her pain. I felt her pain because she's one of those, I feel her pain. Like when someone says, I can't date you, it just breaks your heart. And for all you Ootori fans, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You want to cry with her? I get it. Now, Soma, here's the thing about Soma. I'm going to break this down. Soma is a lolicon. This guy has no taste. Like, part of me says he has taste. Part of me says he don't. I get it. We live in a world where people have taste in anime girls. People like, I prefer the monster girl type girls. Oh, I prefer the water type users in anime, like Tsukiyumi from Sekirei or Sailor Mercury. Oh, I prefer the blonde hair girls in anime. Oh, I prefer the white hair girls. I prefer tsunderes. I prefer yanderes. You know, I get the taste of anime girls. I get people's taste. But for him, like, part of me is saying, okay, he got taste, but part of me says he don't because he's a lolicon. And what I like, and this is a little faction, this is a little part of me. Here's why. The reason I said Soma and say he's a lolicon is not because he has taste, but he's admitting it. Like, some people out there don't admit that they're lolicons, but for Soma to be outspoken and say, "Oh, I have a lolicon, so I can't date you anymore," and I'm like, wow, he admitted it. I mean, he said it out of boldness, like, I'm a lolicon, I'm done. You see what I mean? He admitted it. Now, here's the funny thing. There's a reason why he's a lolicon, and you got to read chapter 19 to see it. But if you guys don't want to, I'll explain it. So the only reason he admitted it is that, and they took it off. This is why. So the only reason why he saying he preferred younger girls is because he has two twins. He has two twins at the time when he was in middle school. So those two girls was in high school. Okay, we get that. Now, he had two older twin sisters, and he was going home like one day on Valentine's Day. He was gonna take a shower, and then right in front of him, as soon as he opened the door, he saw his twin sisters butt naked with chocolate covering all over them, saying, "Come eat me, only China. Come eat me all you want." All that chocolate all over their body, butt naked, and still those two high school, and still around the time he was in middle school and they were in high school, they were cuddling him all around, you know that. And that's why he preferred the younger girls. Now here's where they said, now that's his reason why, because of his two older sisters. So when you think about it, it's kind of like a Kiss X Sis, because remember, if you guys watch Kiss X Sis, the two twins are older and Kenta is younger, and those two older girls have a crush on their stepbrother. You see what it is? So what I just said about Soma's backstory as to why he's a lolicon, it just compared it to Kiss X Sis. So if you look at Kiss X Sis, you can see why he's a lolicon. So you guys get it, or read chapter 19 to prove otherwise. But now you know why he is. Now here's a theory, and I don't know why this came to me as I watched this episode, but doesn't Soma and the spear hero, Rising of the Shield hero, if you look at the spear hero and Soma, don't they realize they have taste for little girls, and they're both blonde hair boys? I mean, in the Rising of the Shield hero, the spear hero, right? The spear hero has the thing for Philo, Soma has a thing for little girls. Philo's a little girl, so if you think about it, that's a theory. I think they're brothers, like step brothers, but still, you guys ever thought of that? Like, they're both blonde haired boys. They're both like little girls. Oh, that makes sense. You see what I'm trying to say? That. And what I like about the main character in this episode was that not only he wasn't that important, but he was trying to make peace with Soma and Ootori, even though they broke up, and and they wanted to stay friends. I mean, even Soma wants to be friends with Ootori, even though she's the third year, and even though she's older than him. But how embarrassing was that when he turned on the light, he saw nothing of everything him. And when he said, "Oh, that's why I can't date older girls. This is why." You see what I mean? This. But like I said, and I like the ending though. The ending wasn't even. I like the ending because it was only focusing on Ootori and Soma. The ending was like a sign of like, okay, even though the shipping has crumbled, like even though it fell down, like it's completely gone, they still want to remain as friends. So I appreciate them being friends. In other words, they're like, okay, we're gonna take it slow right now, and maybe if they take it slow, chances are they're gonna go back to being shipping. So they're like, okay, let's be friends for now. For Soma, it's like, okay, let's be friends for now. But when the time comes, thinking I might like older girls, I'll probably go back to Ootori. That's what in my defense, I think that's what it is. But I like this episode because we didn't have a lot of fan service. But it did explain why. But it did show us the compassion of this shipping crumbling and how it can be fixed even with Ootori. This episode was mostly Ootori. To all you Ootori fans, good job. And like I said about Soma's backstory as to why he's a Lolicon, and to begin with, if you read chapter 19, you can see more why. Or compare that with Kiss X Sis, and you can see why he doesn't like older girls. So next week is episode 7, and episode 7 is coming. I think episode 7 is going to go right back into the whole line of finding out who's the white underwear Cinderella. And like I said before, it could be the sister. Right now, as I'm processing, it could be the Cinderella, and it could be Suki. It's one of the two. That's what I'm putting it down to. So I look forward for next week's episode, and let's see if he can find his Cinderella.